Yep, we are in game now. So yeah, we are gonna see that Morgana in the jungle versus that Kindred. Now, I love me some Morgana, so I'm interested to see that matchup there. And from the looks of it, it looks like Seraphine forgot her token. Oh, there she is. She got her reward there. So we are seeing a nice little invade here on the side of ODU. Oh, that's going to be a big snare for that Morgana. This might be a dead Yone. That's going to be a huge flash there. So now we're looking at the mid lane. Now, Pantheon's going to have a little bit of advantage with that flash. Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah. It's really actually tragic that Yone lost his flash so early on, but that was a really good fight by Morgana. I don't think it's gonna be that much of an issue though, because Yone can still dash over walls and stuff. But
minions have spawned.
Yeah, the one thing I will say that's also big gonna be in that lane, once Pantheon does get to level 3, he is gonna have that ability to block and push towards that Yone, whether that Yone dashes or not. So I'm interested to see how that advantage gets pushed. Even though Yone does have that slash and that cube, that range on Pantheon's spear is huge, especially if you get hit with the tip of it.
True. What I'm more concerned about is how much damage the range spear is going to do, because like his quake spear does do a lot of damage, but it's gonna be a lot harder to outrange the Yone initially.
That is true, but looks like we're gonna have a standard start here. Kindred's gonna take that blue, and Morgana is gonna take her red. I'd be a little bit slower than usual. But yeah, like if you look at the beginning, like Urgot's already been able to put a little bit of pressure on that set in that top lane. That range, the range matchup for sets are never fun. Being a set main myself, like whenever I see a range character, it's all or nothing. Oh, the Pantheon's gonna have that quick dodge in that mid lane. Oh, see, Urgot got to level 2 before Set, so even though Set did bring that Facebreaker into him, Urgot was able to flip him, stun him, and deal a lot of damage with his Q. So it's going to be interesting to see whether or not we might be seeing a feeding Set in the top lane for the side of ODU. But ODU are our reigning champions, so you can never count them out.
True. I have been watching the recent MAEC season. Howard is also a really strong team as well. I wouldn't count them out either.
Correct. Yeah, Howard did take our first ever pop-up as well, and they always have a great showing here. And there's that Facebreaker. We're going to see a gank from the Morgana. This Q is probably going to be huge. The Facebreaker, and we're going to have first blood onto the Set. Set's going to be able to take down that Urgot. We're going to see an assist over to that Morgana. That was an excellent black shield that came through to help mitigate some of that damage. It looks like we might see another fight over there in the mid lane. The Pantheon's going to be able to W out to prevent a lot of that extra damage. We do see that Q miss from that Morgana, but Kendra's able to jump over the wall and out of that fight. Oh, and that's going to be a big flash for the Pantheon. He's
oh my god.
Spear, kill, pop that ignite onto the Kendra, and that's going to be a dead Kendrick. Now we're looking at 2-0 on the side of ODU. That was a huge turnaround.
Honestly, super aggressive play by Pantheon.
That was an excellent flash and jump in. Pantheon's going to jump in again. He's going to E. He's going to be able to block a lot of that damage. Morgana's going to come in unable to hit her Q, but that's a lot of damage that came out from that Pantheon and that Q. That Yone is absolute low. But looks like they're going to be engaged, but a flash from that Seraphine. The Zach's going to be able to grab both of them, bring them together, but not much is going to come out of it. We're going to see a little bit of chip damage coming down from that Seraphine, but Seraphine's going to be able to walk away. And now we see in that bot lane that Morgana is just lurking down there, possibly looking for a fight. But that Seraphine is hurting right now in that bot lane. But she does have that cleanse just in case she does get caught by that double cast by that Seraphine, whose passive is up right now. She's possibly looking to land it. Oh, that's going to be a big land. She's going to be 1 health, but she's able to actually get rid of that Q from Caitlyn and is going to be able to walk away. Zach's going to take a little bit of chunks off himself. Oh, the Pantheon's coming back, and he's going to be at that W. He's going to fight them. Oh, is he going to trade? Yeah, there's going to be a trade in that mid lane. That ignite popping right onto that Pantheon. But Pantheon was still able to secure the kill onto that Yone. So we're still seeing a 2-in-1 Pantheon.
Yeah, it's actually really good to have that trade on the Pantheon right now. When Pantheon got that Kindred kill.
Yeah, that was an excellent trade on the side of that Yon, popping that ignite at the last second. Pantheon had no response to it. He was already so close to death as it is. But take a look at the top lane. We see Set does have that kill advantage, but is still losing in health towards that Urgot. That Urgot's range is just absolutely brutal onto that Set. Oh, looks like Kendra's gonna be hovering around the mid lane. The Pantheon is gonna go in onto the Yon. The Pantheon is gonna be able to W out, but he's gonna get bitten by the Kindred. And Kendra's gonna be able to take that Pantheon down and I believe get her first mark. If she did mark Pantheon, she unfortunately was not hunting Pantheon there. That's kind of a huge letdown on the side of that Kindred. Even though they did get that kill, but Pantheon was not marked, so she's not gonna get any closer towards her hunt goals.
No. How does Kindred's hunt actually work? Is it like the first 5 stacks you get from the jungle and with the rest you have to get from the champion?
Correct, yeah. So she can get stacks from the jungle and get stacks off of champions. She can mark a champion every 3 minutes, I believe, and if that champion does go down, she does gain passive damage and attack speed. And then we see that we're seeing a fight down in the bot lane. And look, that giant ult from Pantheon. Pantheon's gonna be able to jump in, absolutely wipe out that Zac. The Zac's passive is gonna come through, but that Zac's passive is not gonna be able to do anything much. But look at that. Look, the Morgana is chasing right there. Is he gonna be able to land the Q level 6? No.
She
He's able to walk out the Samir. Oh, that's a giant Q from the Pantheon. The Pantheon's able to get in. Stun the Kindred, but the Yon ult is going to come through, but we still have that Morgana there. Kindred's going to be able to take down that Pantheon in quick fashion and is looking for another re-engagement to the Morgana. The spell shield is going to wipe out. The Yon's going to be able to clean up that Morgana. That was a costly chase on the side of ODU.
Yeah, that was a very costly chase. There was no reason for them to go so deep into the jungle like that. No worries.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. And Samir was able to get completely out in that fight, but they still kept chasing her, trying to kill her. And then that's when that Kindred and that Yon was able to re-engage. The Yon ult over the wall proved costly. And as I say it, look at that. Kindred is now going to be hunting onto that Pantheon in that mid lane.
Yeah, this Pantheon likes to be super aggressive. It just doesn't have to be sometimes.
Yeah, that Pantheon has been proving aggressive. It has worked out part of the times, but look at that. He has 3 deaths, but he is still feeding the gold over to the side of Howard there. And we do see 2 people with bounties on their head in that Kindred and that Yon, but we're gonna see that Morgana showing her face in the mid lane. If she's gonna miss her Q, and we're gonna see the bot lane completely roll up. Gravel it to that Pantheon. The Pantheon's gonna be able to W and walk away possibly, but the Samir is so close. He's burning, but he's able to get out. There is 4 in the mid lane there. It looks like the bottom lane on the side of ODU did not decide to rotate up. Possibly didn't tell them that they were coming up. They have no vision in that river on the side of ODU, so they were able to roam freely. And now look, we're gonna see a collapse on the side of Howard. The jump's gonna come over, not gonna grab anything. He's not gonna be able to grab, but that flash, he's able to grab onto the Caitlyn. The Caitlyn's gonna be able to net out, able to throw in the Q, but then we have the Kindred that's gonna come down, possibly get that kill onto Seraphine. That's going to be another hunt for Kindred there. You do see the late teleport over to the Set. The Set's going to ult. He's going to be able to grab onto the Zac. The Zac's going to go down, no passive. That Set is still going into play. He still has his face breaker. He's going to come in stun too. He's going to absolutely W. Kills the Samir, and it looks like we're going to possibly see a disengage. No, the King is going to sit there and poke the Kindred out of the lane. That was an absolutely beautiful teleport down there by the Set. Was able to pick up another kill, and that Caitlyn was able to pick up that another kill as well in that bot lane. Absolutely beautiful by that Set.
Yeah, that was absolutely beautiful. I actually saw a really weird interaction. I think Yon tried to ult on the Caitlyn, but Set's face breaker stopped him halfway, so the ult actually didn't go off.
Correct. So Set's E, which brings he basically brings people towards him that's on the side of him. That does have a lot of priority when it comes to ult. Not as big as priority as you see with champions like Gragas and stuff like that. Oh, that's gonna be a big fight onto that Yon. Yon's able to dash back safely and save his life from that Pantheon. But now we have a fight with that Urgot. Urgot's able to get a little bit of damage onto that Morgana. Morgana's going to be able to black shield, limit that possibility in the set. But that Pantheon's going to throw his Q. He's going to chunk him for half. But here comes that Kendrick. Kendrick's going to flash in, grab Wolf, but Seraphim's going to be there for the ult. Kendrick's going to pop her ult. Everyone's immortal in that field. And here comes the Set's going to drag back to Kendrick. And we got the shutdown from the Pantheon onto the Kendrick. That's going to be 200 extra gold to that Pantheon there in the mid lane. And possibly looking here at the mid tower going down. An absolutely beautiful turnaround for ODU in that mid lane. And it looks like we're going to see a dragon coming out here on the side of ODU. As I said it, they had no vision the bottom side river, but we do see the vision pick up. They're able to secure that dragon, and they're going to secure themselves 1,000 gold lead here at about 11 minutes.
What are your thoughts on the set in Urgot right now?
Oh yeah, that set is coming up big in the roaming, but as we see right there, that Q is gonna land onto that Yon. The Yon's not gonna be able to dash anywhere, and it is gonna get taken down there. That's a 20-second respawn on that Yon. There's gonna be probably some extra tower plates in that mid lane, but yeah, that set's barreling well. He's behind in a lot in farm because of that range, but is gonna be making up with those 2 kills and that gold that he's been able to receive. And there's gonna be another turret plate on the side of Pantheon who's gonna be able to walk out freely, throw out his Q just to make sure Kendrick did not try to jump in at all. But take a look at bot lane. Bot lane is pushing relatively well, and looks like we might be seeing Seraphim coming around for that sneak. She's gonna pop her trinket to prevent them from seeing Morgana is there, but it looks like we are gonna get the back off, and we're not gonna see a fight down in the bot lane. But yeah, Set right now, he's in a good spot as of right now, even though he is behind the farm like I was talking about earlier, but he still has that damage. He might be going back to continue building his Serenity Force he might be building right now. No, okay, he's looking to build Stride Breaker, it looks like. So we're gonna see Stride Breaker out from that set possibly. He's gonna be able to dash into that Urgot, whether the Urgot dashes away or not. So he's gonna have that gap closing ability in that top lane.
Yeah, I think Stride Breaker was the right call here, considering they don't have a lot of RTC and target damage.
Oh, that's a massive damage out on that Samir. Samir's gonna have the W to prevent any more skill shots from coming out there in that bot lane, so she's down to half. But take a look at the top lane. You do see Morgana and Set both hovering around there. There's no wards in their area, so both the Kindred and the Urgot knows both of them are there. Same thing with the Yon. And the Yon's gonna be able to disengage under the tower. It looks like we're gonna possibly seeing a Q come out. That's a big Q onto that Yon across the wall, but the Yon's gonna be able to flash and stay alive. That tower absolutely beautiful. Then we see an engage onto the back onto Seraphim, but Seraphim's gonna be able to get her own ult. This is the Samir, but Samir is gonna be able to ult. The Caitlyn is gonna go down. The Seraphim is one health. One shot, the Seraphim is gonna go down by the Samir. The Rip Arrow is gonna be coming out on the side of power into that top lane. It's gonna take about half of the turret's health. The Set's gonna be able to pull the Urgot back. The Set's gonna have the W to possibly stay alive, but the Urgot's gonna get the ult off, drag them into his body, kill them, execute him. Then here comes the Pantheon. Pantheon's gonna ult and pick up the kill onto the Urgot, and then we're gonna see the ult from Kindred. Not gonna save Kindred. Kindred is gonna go down after that immortal ult goes down. That Pantheon coming in big again with that ult across the map.
That Pantheon came in super clutch, cleaning up Set's death right there for a double. It's super clutch.
Yeah, but if we take a look, that is going to be a tower on the side of ODU still. That mid tower did get taken down in the process, but we're going to see the exhaustive therapy, but not enough for her to get away to dash towards the Zac. The Zac's also going to get taken down here. His passive is not going to be able to save him, and we're going to see another kill going on to that Morgana. An absolutely beautiful fight on the side of ODU in the bot lane, and that's going to result to them having about a 2K gold lead here.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Oh, look at that Pantheon.
Tower.
Yeah, second time of the game. Oh, the Kindred was waiting in the bush. He's gonna absolutely be able to chunk down that Seraphine. The Seraphine is gonna go down, and that looks like it's gonna be another mark onto that Kindred. But look at that set. He has the kill advantage over that Urgot. He's able to do massive damage. That Urgot's gonna be able to walk out. It looks like we do still have the ult onto that set, but he might be waiting for his CDs to come back up before he re-engages onto that Urgot there. It looks like he is going to try to freeze that lane there, but he's going to get pushed back a little bit. There's no vision in that top side, so he's possibly waiting to see if he can bait out that Kendrick coming up top before he re-engages. Oh, look at that. Seth's going to queue to try to get some movement speed towards the Urgot. The Urgot is going to Strikebreaker, grab the set, pop the ult, absolutely chew up that set in that top lane. The Urgot's going to pick up the kill. The Pantheon did try to go in onto the Yon, missed, but that Kendrick is there. Yon is going to pop out that ult. The flash is going to come out from the Pantheon. Pantheon's going to be able to get out, and we're going to see the ult from Seraphine to help secure that. While in the meantime, we do see the side of he is going to take another tower in that bot lane. An absolutely beautiful disengage by that Seraphine to keep her Pantheon alive with that 300 bounty. But looks like we're going to see the second dragon of the game possibly going to the side. Oh, that was a big steal from the Morgana. Unfortunately, unable to get it off. We do see the Young come back. She is going to have the Zonias there to stay alive. But her ult is going to get onto that Urgot. The Urgot's going to get taken down by the Morgana. Morgana is now going to be the Samir is going to get absolutely shrunk down by that Caitlyn ult, leave her one shot. Unfortunately, her W was not up, but she was able to walk out alive. A Dragon 4K, that Pantheon is trying to go in to possibly see if he was able to get anyone backing. Fortunately, he's not going to get much, but just an ult waste, and he's going to be able to disengage. An absolutely beautiful fight over there for ODU, but unfortunately, they could not secure that Dragon.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. If we had used her own Pantheon there, she might have had it for the dragon fight. You might have been able to get the dragon stat.
Oh, look at that set. The set's gonna jump down the Kindred. The Kindred's gonna have to pop her ult. The Kindred's gonna flash jump over the wall, and possibly be getting away. But looks like we got a re-engage from the Zach and the Samir. Samir's gonna be able to bust on her ult. Look at that face breaker from the side of the set. That's gonna get ulted by her, got grinded in. Looks like we're gonna see a 3-for-2 trade. That Young looking like he's trying to re-engage there, but we're gonna see the Seraphine walk away. 3-for-2 on the side of Howard. That was an extended team fight. Things we like to see. That was an extended team fight. And the fact that Kindred was able to get away was important.
ODU loves to push into the jungle without any. It's like the second time that's happened, where they just push in, have a team fight, and they lose more than the game.
That is correct. If we look at the map in your bottom right corner, we do see a lot of wards on the bottom side river area for ODU, but where they took that team fight in the top side of jungle of Howard, there's no vision there whatsoever. They didn't see any of the collapse coming through from the side of Howard, and that's why they lost 3 members. So look at the push onto that tier 2 tower from that Urgot. Urgot's gonna walk away, possibly because they didn't have a lot of ward coverage, and the fact that Morgana was coming up through the jungle. They do have a couple wards in their topside jungle from that Kindred counter jungle there. So it looks like we're going to see that Mark is going to be on that Pantheon right now, but that Kindred's nowhere near, but we're looking at a stalemate in the bot lane possibly, but that Samir is getting a lot of damage onto that Pantheon. Alright, so now that we're in the mid game, what champions should we keep our eye on here now that we get closer to that late game?
As of right now, we should really be focusing on Pantheon and Seraphine. I feel like Pantheon is super strong right now on the side of ODU, and with the Seraphine engaged, Pantheon can kind of do all of his free reign to get up this damage off. And we should really be looking out for Joan and Snare, I think, on the side of Howard.
Yeah, that was a big Q by that. Morgana was able to eat that cleanse of the Samir. The Samir's not going to have that cleanse for another 2 minutes. And she can eat another Q there. She's going to take these off from the Caitlyn. We're going to see a dive in. That Seraphine's going to get taken down by that Morgana. The Morgana's going to be in the special. They did get the Zach off. They are going to be able to take down Yon. The Zach is going to go down as well. It's going to be the Urgot up there. The Urgot is going to be able to kill that set with the ult again. But we're going to see an ace from the side of ODU, and we're possibly going to be seeing that Baron ticket here at 20 minutes from the side of ODU. That was an incredible turnaround team fight. They were able to catch 3 of them off, and then we just saw that one casualty from that set in the top lane. But this is going to result in a Baron, so I think that was a good trade for the side of ODU. The set's
Yeah, set for Jason the Baron. Yeah, I think that's great.
Now we're going to see a 4,000 gold lead from the side of ODU here, and they can push their advantage here. We got a few minutes before our next dragon is coming up. About a minute left before that dragon does come up. So this dragon fight is going to be pertinent. So we got about 32 seconds left before dragon is going to be coming up in that bot lane. And it's an Infernal Drake. That Infernal Drake is going to provide that extra damage that you need. And it's going to be pertinent for Howard to get back into this. That Samir with that extra percentage damage will deal a lot. Now, like you said, that's going to be a big tiebreaker. Neon's going to be able to ult. He's going to get back. The Kendra's going to come down, but the Pantheon's going to be able to take down Neon before then. But the Wolf is going to bite Pantheon. Kendra's going to get that trade in the bot lane. Now we're looking at a 4v4 on the Dragon. They're missing their carry on the side of ODU. Looks like they're trying to pull up the Dragon on the side of Howard here, trying to burst it down real quick. But Morgana's going to come in with the Q. The Q's going to land point to that Urgot. And Morgana's going to feel the Dragon here. We just see the ult coming outside. And just like clockwork, the Urgot's going to be able to take down the set. And we're going to see the cleanup from the Samir onto the Morgana. But Caitlyn's going to be able to get to both the Samir and the Zac here. And we're going to see the Dragon onto the side of ODU. That was an excellent Dragon steal by the Morgana. But Morgana did pay with her life. But that Caitlyn was able to secure 2 more kills. Now 7-1.
Yeah, Caitlyn herself has won. It is extremely, really dangerous right now. Oh my god. She's gonna be starting putting out like close to 1,000 crits now. Well, not 1,000 crits, but like she could put out like 600 right now. Side of Howard has to really watch out for the. You have to take out the Caitlyn immediately.
Yeah, if you look at the Caitlyn build, we got Gale Force with that crit, the extra damage when it comes to low health priorities, Immortal Reminder with the Grievous Wound, so we're not going to see a lot of healing coming out from, let's say, Samir and that Kindred with that lifesteal. And we see the Lord Dominic's get finished, so she's going to be one of the lowest health members, lowest health person on the Rift. She's going to be able to deal extra damage onto the tankier targets like the Zac, like the Urgot. So she's going to be shredding through a lot of them on the team. And that's probably going to be a priority for Howard to take down first.
Yeah, it looks like only Urgot is going to be Thorny right now. So that's probably going to be a problem. That's probably people that goes up soon as well.
Oh, that's going to be a big tiebreaker onto the set. The set's going to be able to ult that Urgot away. He's going to get saved by that W from the Morgana. Morgana is going to pop the ult with the Kindred. That's going to be an absolutely huge Q onto that Kindred. The Kindred's going to get taken down. Then we just have a 1v1 between the Caitlyn and the Urgot. The Urgot's going to actually be able to secure the kill. As we see in the bot lane, we do see that Samir ult does come through on that Pantheon. Pantheon is one shot right now, able to get away. But that Seraphine is not going to be able to get away. The shutdown onto the Seraphine by that Zac. And we're going to see a 3v1 trade between all the lanes for the side of Howard.
That Bramble saved Urgot's life so hard right there. Oh my god. Caitlyn got melee range and just died. She was like full health. Jesus.
Yeah, that extra shield. We don't have enough that attack shield to the Caitlyn. Oh, the face breaker's not going to be enough for that set. The set's going to get taken down by the Urgot for that absolutely not being in range with that dash. Now the Urgot is going to be on a killing spree. 9 and 5, looking like that tier 2 tower is not long for this world here.
This Urgot is menace. Very fast.
Oh, and that Q's going to miss by that Morgana, but looks like the tier 2 tower is going to get taken down. The E is going to come out on Morgana. The Urgot's going to be able to dash away with his life, and they're going to be able to disengage here. Well, that Q's gonna miss that Kindred in the jungle. Another Q miss, but that's going to be a nice disengage there. They're going to destroy the blast plant so they can't get chased out. But that tier 2 tower is about one shot for that Urgot. That Q is going to land onto the minion, not onto Urgot. They were able to secure that top tier 2 tower and able to walk away with their lives. Now, we do see there's a minute until Baron is up, a minute until Dragon is up. And we've seen the lead for ODU absolutely get evaporated here with some of their fight selections. Now, what do you think the priority is going to be for both teams, whether or not they're going to push towards Baron or Dragon?
I think it depends on who's closer to the Dragon Soul. I think blue team might go for the Dragon and give up the Baron, while red team gets the Baron, because they are actually not that far behind in gold right now. But it looks like red team is going to try and stop it.
Oh, that's going to be a big engage by that Seraphine. Going to grab that ult and take down that Yon. The Urgot is going to be at half out, but Samir is going to wrap around outside. Look at the Zac engage. Zac should be able to grab the Caitlyn, pull her towards the pull the shoot in front of them. Samir is going to get pushed outside that Seraphine. It looks like it's not too long for that Urgot as well, getting taken out by that Pantheon. The Kitcher's looking at that ult to try to get away, but here comes Caitlyn with an ult of her own. It's going to be an ace on the side of ODU, and ODU is going to be able to take whatever objective they want on the Rift here.
Coast to coast, Baron to Dragon.
So we're gonna see about 3 seconds till the Yon is up. And yeah, it's going to be the free of Baron you're going to see on the Rift here by the side of ODU. We're going to see Morgana's not going to be there to take it. Looks like they're trying to prolong, waiting 5 seconds, but couldn't wait long enough. So we got 4 Baron buffs on the side of ODU now. Only person missing it is Morgana, but looks like they possibly are going to be pushing onto the Dragon. The ult from Pantheon's going to come through to land on that Dragon, but that Yon is there. The teleport's going to come in from the Urgot on the back line. They did sniff it out. They were able to throw out a couple W's. The Urgot was able to run away. So it looks like we're going to see that Dragon is going to go onto the side of Howard here. We haven't seen an engage yet from ODU, but now here comes the engage here. That's going to take a little bit of chunk damage. That's looking to grab anybody. Wasn't able to grab anyone. But looks like the Caitlyn's able to secure the Dragon there. The Dragon is going to come through. The Zac is going to get taken out by the Pantheon. The Yon is not even jacked out. Morgana is actually able to take Devil from here. And a double kill from the Pantheon. Looks like it's possibly going to be a triple kill from the Pantheon. And yes, a triple kill and an ace on the side of ODU. And looks like we're possibly going to be seeing a few inhibitors going down here.
That was really good towards it to watch. They were so... The Caitlyn steal on the Dragon, and then the Seraphine ulti just completely destroyed their entire team comp. It's just sad to watch.
Yeah, they were completely hesitant on the side of Howard to take that Dragon. They waited for everyone on ODU to get there before they decided to burn down that Dragon. And now they're going to pay. They have the Baron buff up on the side of ODU, and they're going to be able to take at least both inhibitors in that bot lane. So we're going to see 2 waves of super minions on the mid and bot side.
I want to see them rotate the top tower as well and start taking some of that objective. Start taking top side since they have the entire bot side and mid side now.
Yeah, right now it's also looking like it's going to be one team fight to the finish for ODU here. Howard needs to start playing on their front foot here, possibly getting some of the picks, because if you see, a lot of ODU players are roaming by themselves. And it'll be a great time for Howard to be able to get some of the picks that they need to possibly catch up in this game. They were doing well in the early game with it and securing some of those early team fights, but you haven't seen that do that in the last like 10 minutes. Oh, that's going to be a big W, and they're all onto that Urgot. The Urgot's going to go down to health. Here comes Seth. It's going to come behind the tower. It's going to Strybreaker, grab the Urgot, throw him back in front of the tower, and it's going to be able to secure that kill onto Urgot. And Pantheon's looking onto that kill on the Yon. Able to get the W, able to get the stun. The Yon is not going to be able to live through that damage from that Pantheon. The Yon's going to get taken down. 2 down on the side of Howard. They're taking the top tier 2 tower, and they're looking towards that inhibitor on that top side to get 2 super minion waves every single wave. That top tower is not going to be involved for this one. The Pantheon's going to be able to jump in. Strybreaker grab one. The stun and Kendrick all these things to come out. The Samir is going to be able to take down the Pantheon. The Zach is looking to re-engage onto the Seraphine and the Caitlyn, but he's not going to be able to do anything. Morgana's going to clean the two up in the double kill, and this is going to be game on the side of ODU.
Wow. ODU, like, had complete control of this game the whole time. Except for, like, a few team fights when they overextended times, ODU was in control.
Yeah, and this is going to be game here. Even though the Urgot did try to come in and stop them, unfortunately, that was not enough. And we're going to see this victory onto the side of ODU. An absolute